I'd like to introduce you to Anne Fitzpatrick. Anne has been recently appointed by DSE and by Europe to manage the European Space Education Resource Office. So, over to Anne.
Good morning, and I'm going to be very quick because we're on catch-up, I hear, Paul. So 2 minutes. I'm going to fly through this. As Paul said, my name's Anne Fitzpatrick, and I'm just going to give you a quick introduction to the new ESERO Ireland programme, and it is a bit of a mouthful. It's basically co-funded by Discover Science and Engineering and the European Space Agency. It's basically to use space as a medium to inspire kids to interest in STEM. The approach that we're taking is to actually leverage it into the existing DSE programs, and we will also be doing a Discover Space activity as well. But you will see space pop up in all of the existing DSE programs. For example, this year Science Week is Our Place in Space. We're talking to SciFest about putting in a Discover Space prize. So that's the approach that we're taking, and that's been agreed. The focus from an ESA perspective is teacher CPD, awareness and communications in that order. So they see teacher CPD as being the highest priority of the ESERO programme. That's just where we're at the moment. So we've just agreed an implementation plan with ESA. ESA Education, ESA has an education department. These are the main areas they operate within. The first two are really aimed at third level students, and they are things like scholarships to the International Space Station, CubeSat, stuff like that. In the hands-on projects, this gets down to second level. They're now running a European CanSat competition, and Siobhan Crowe with the team from Laurel Hill came second this year in the European CanSat competition. Out of 11 countries. So that was a fantastic result. It's the first time they competed, and they did a brilliant job. Really interesting competition. You basically make a satellite in a little soda can. You go up to a rocket launch range in northern Norway, up in the Arctic Circle, and you shoot it into the sky and take the measurements and stuff. Really interesting project. The outreach activities that ESA have are ESA Kids. They have an ESA Kids website that's aimed at primary level, and then they have an education website with lots of resources on it, and that's mainly the ESERO interacts with the ESA education website. The support to teachers in the form of ESERO is resources. We are required to develop a website, so there will be another website coming at you. I'm very conscious of the fact that there are so many websites out there with so much material. So we're focusing on it becoming a hub, and we're not going to be trying to recreate stuff that's already out there. The other piece that we're doing is taking the existing ESA material, which is quite rich but very complex in terms of getting around and finding stuff. And we're going to map it to the curriculum to actually give you an easy way into it, so it'll actually be linked directly to the Irish curriculum. We're also trying to develop a community of interest, so anybody who's interested in space, especially in the teaching profession. And one of the things we've talked to SciFest about is putting in a Discover Space Award, and Sheila's here, in 2011, which is basically aimed at teachers, so it's an award for teachers. To recognise them using space within their entrance into the SciFest competition. We also have a little survey today that John is going to hand out, and we're integrating space into the ongoing DSE activities. The other thing we're looking at doing is leveraging the existing ESEROs. There's a Dutch and a Belgian ESERO who've been around for about 5 years now. The Norwegian one's about 3 years, and then the UK is set up at the same time as us. So we're talking to them about what have they developed that we can actually reuse or slightly change in the Irish context. One of the things we're looking at is space as a context for teaching science. So that would be a workshop for teachers, which has been developed in the UK, and it's a one-day workshop. We're talking to them about whether we bring it over or not. I'm not going to show the sample ESA material. If you're interested in seeing it, I'm downstairs at break time. Come and have a chat, and I'll show it to you there because I want to catch up. And I guess what you can do for me is, John is going to hand out the survey here. If you wouldn't mind completing it and dropping it back to us at the stand. As a little incentive, there's a competition on the back of it. There's 5 images on our new banner, and if you can identify the images, have a go at it, right? These are the images here. Sorry, I'm afraid to move in case I lose the mic now. these are the images. If you take a shot at identifying them, I have a really lovely ESA atlas that's built up from satellite images. It is absolutely gorgeous as a prize. So there's your incentive to fill out the survey for me. It's just a very simple one page. Yeah, that page needs to come back, yeah. So John is going to hand them out now. There's also my business card. If you are interested in the program, please drop me an email. If you're already using space in your classroom, tell me what you're doing, how you're using it, what works, what doesn't work. The other piece is our website will be up in about 4 weeks' time. So if you're interested, sign up and I'll send it out to you we'll send you out the announcement. That's it. Thank you.